Assalamu alaikum viewers, I am Farrukh Nadeem with a new tutorial today. In today's tutorial, we have a very special technique included. What is that technique? I am definitely going to share it with you all. The technique is that we will use grayscale relief images to create 3D models. Although I haven't added any proper lectures on 3D so far, today I'm going to give you an extremely shortcut method. Let me show you some images here. Look, I have downloaded and saved a few. These are the images that are in grayscale, meaning they don't have any color, just a black background. These images will help you a lot in creating 3D models, and with their help you can make them very effectively, as you can see here in the preview as well. So in today's session we will work on 3D using these images, and the technique will be so amazing that you can create an entire design with its help. As you keep collecting images from the internet, you'll keep building your own library, and that will be a great resource for you for small scale work in 3D. So let's get started. I open Aspire, and in Aspire we create a new file. Think of this file as if I want to make a border for the side of a table, like the border on the side of a dining table or any table. I want to add a border here. I'm going to work in inches. As soon as I switch to inches, I set it to 5 feet. So I enter 60 inches. And for the height, I set it to 4 inches. The thickness, I set to 0.75 inches. You can manage these settings however you like. Set the X datum to the middle or wherever you prefer. I set the resolution to very high, and for the background color, you can choose whatever you want. I'm setting the color to cherry dark and then click OK. So I've created a panel that I'll use for the side of the table. Now we need to prepare for 3D carving on it. For that you need to go to the Model tab. As soon as we go to the Model tab, you will see an option here, Create Component from Bitmap. Look, as soon as we talk about creating a component through a bitmap, you'll see we have various designs here. For example, I'll select this design here. I've selected this design. Now, you selected this design and placed it here. Now, if you hold and drag, the design will move downward. Zoom in on it. Here, we've set the picture in this spot, and you can easily adjust its size however you want. Right now, I'll make it a bit smaller. See, I've reduced it slightly while holding Shift and placed it back here. Now, as soon as I've imported this bitmap image here, go to the 3D view. In the 3D view, zoom in and you'll see it has created the 3D relief. See this? But the height of this relief is a bit low. There's an easy way to fix this, nothing complicated. Go to the Modeling tab. Here it has added a component in level 1. I'll double click on it. After double clicking, you can set its base height here, and you can set the shape height here. So I'll set the shape height to 0.25. See, it has raised it by 0.25. That is a quarter inch. I'll keep the base height at 0 and then click OK. Now, the issue here is that there are small bumps or imperfections in it, or you could say the quality isn't finished. To refine its quality, we have a tool here, Apply Smoothing Filter to Selected Component. As soon as you use this feature, you'll see the smoothing options for minimum and maximum. Gradually shift it forward as much as you want, depending on how much sharpness you want to keep. One thing to keep in mind, if you see these small points here, when you do the carving, these points won't cause any issues. They'll give you a very smooth design. Another important thing is that the pictures you use for this should also be high resolution. It's not that you just use any picture you find. No, that's not right. You should use a grayscale picture or grayscale relief that you get in bitmap, and you shouldn't compromise on its quality. The quality should be good. I'll download one from the internet right now and show you that as well. So when this design is created and smoothed a bit, if you want to add more smoothness, you can increase it further from here. I think this is enough. After that, if you click OK, you'll see that the smoothness has been applied to it. Now we have created one object. Now, if we want to make multiple objects here, watch as I go to the side, copy this and paste it. And then just to clarify, I mirrored over to the left side as well. Take a look at how it appears now. Apply smoothing filter to selected component. As soon as you use this feature, you'll see the smoothing options for minimum and maximum. Gradually shift it forward as much as you want, depending on how much sharpness you want to keep. One thing to keep in mind, if you see these small points, if you want, you can bring it even closer with the help of alignment. See, I brought it this close here. Now, look at something very important. Here are two images and there's this gap between them. Also, there's a difference in the height of this one and this one. Let's do it again. Here is double. I'll delete one of them. See, the other one is right on top of it as well. So what happened here? When we mirrored it, there was an option for duplicate here. And now see, both are the same. So look, now I'm bringing them closer to each other. I'm coming to you. Select both objects. Here I use the mirror command. And to duplicate, I've set this position. And with the help of alignment, I brought them closer together. Bring them as close as possible so they come here. See, the bell is gradually taking shape. In the same way, if I want to extend this further in the mosque, look, I've set both objects when to mirror and mirrored it to the right and just need to duplicate it. Similarly, I select this portion from here and mirror it to the right. So here it is. Now see, we did the same with this one. Now only this one remains. This is what we're talking about. Now we have the same symmetry on both sides. Now I select all the objects, and after selecting all the objects, you can also make it a bit smaller and fit it inside. I've placed it here, and similarly I bring this one a bit closer to. See? So as soon as you go into 3D, you'll see the bell has been created in 3D. It's very simple and easy. Here, select all the objects together in 3D. After selecting, here we have the option, bake selected components into a single new component. See, as soon as I baked it, all the separate sets we had made were baked into a single entity. See, I selected. Here too you can easily see it. So as soon as we make it in 3D, after that we'll also have to go to its toolpath. Now, if you go to the toolpath, the very first thing we have to do is roughing. And for that, look here. It automatically took all those values. Since we had set 0.75 there, it also took the thickness. All the settings from the mid are done. We are following the top of the material surface, and here you can see the gap is being maintained, and here the clearance between both sources is 0.2. It's okay. The home position is 0, 0. And Z above the material will stop at 0.8. I've clicked OK here. After clicking OK, look here. The first option that came up for roughing is the 0.25 N mil. We use the 0.25 N mil. And for the material to be removed, which machining limit boundary will it be? Model boundary, material boundary, selected vector or selected level. So here it's very important how you want to do the roughing. So I'm doing the roughing through the material boundary, meaning up to the outside of the material. If I choose model boundary, it will prepare the model's boundary. So what am I saying here? Material boundary. So it followed the entire material and there's no need to give an offset to the boundary because we've already set it to the maximum. After that, the machining allowance here is set to 0.04, meaning that after roughing, there will be a margin of 0.04 left underneath for the second tool, the finishing tool. And what will be the roughing strategy here? G level, as you can see here, or 3D raster, meaning it will either build from the top or leave it as is. So first, we'll keep it at Z level and come here. Apart from this, we're not doing anything else. We've set this object, so let's have it calculated. As soon as you have it calculated in the preview, you can see it. Here I slow down the speed and preview the tool path. So you can see how it has performed the roughing like this. Look at this. It has been referenced here. Now I have crossed it and I'm taking it as final 3D finish toolpath. As soon as we come to the 3D finish toolpath, I also call this a boundary. Alright, there are two ways to do this. One is to work with the boundary, which will reduce your tool traveling. The other is, if the part is small, I set it to maximum. If you keep it as the model boundary, later you'll have to clear the outer space with an end mill. Since this part is small, I'll take it as the material boundary and there's no need to give a boundary offset. Here we have two options, raster and this one. Usually for 3D, raster is used so that it starts from one side and goes all the way to the end in order. Now look at the tool. Here it has automatically selected the ball nose tool, 0.125, meaning the ball nose tool with a diameter of 0.125, that is 1/8. If you look here, the step over is given, spindle speed is given, feed rate is given, plunge rate is given. So all this information is already built in with this tool. I'll calculate it now. As soon as we calculate it, since it's giving the final finishing, it will take a little time in calculation, and after calculating it will give us the result. Once it's calculated, you can see the simulation in its file and use it for your purpose. Here it has generated the tool path and now it's calculating it. Since the tool path will be made with a very large number of vectors or tool paths using the 0.125 ball nose, the system will definitely take a little time. No matter how powerful your system is, it will have to take this time because the processing behind it is at a very high level. So as soon as the processing is complete, we'll discuss it further. So viewers, here you can see that the tool path has been generated on it. Look, these are all the tool paths, and since the job was a bit large, now as soon as I reset here preview and toolpath first, I'm checking again preview toolpath. Here you can also increase the speed once if you want. Now look, it has started carving, and this carving will be done according to the ship design we just made. Any small wrinkles or bumps that were appearing will all be cleared through this toolpath. This little extra, as I mentioned, if you want to remove it, you can easily do so. Look at this. It has machined it very nicely and shown you the preview. Viewers, I really hope that you have understood this very well. And the work we did with the relief bitmap, with the gray relief bitmap, seemed very easy. It has also become easier for you to make a study and you can easily do small tasks. I definitely recommend that you download this library from the internet. I'll also tell you how to download this library from the internet. Look, I typed 3D grayscale images and I got various grayscale images. Now, the most important thing in this is, one is this grayscale, the one you see here in bodybuilder, and another is this grayscale, and another is this grayscale. Now look, in this grayscale, there is whiteness. These are all grayscale images. You can trace them freely, even this matte as well. We can do this very easily here, and you can select it and save its images. Look here, the entire design is available. If I go to save it, you'll see that this file will be saved here as a JPEG. Viewers, I hope today's lecture will be very beneficial for you, and you'll be able to create 3D models using a very simple method, and then you'll also be able to program them. Allow me to take my leave now. Please remember me in your prayers. May Allah. Which